South Park, The Stick of Truth. Is it worth getting the platinum? Let's find out. Hello there, guys, and welcome to another Platinum Trophy review. Today we will be tackling South Park, The Stick of Truth. You can see that we're on PSN profiles right now, and we'll be going over all of the trophies today. Now, compared to Fractured Butthole, this particular game has a lot of missable trophies, and we will be going over most, if not all, of these missable trophies. I won't be bothering with the story related trophies, just because you will naturally be getting those as you play the game, and I will be picking out the ones that are most notable. So I hope you join me for the ride, guys, and let's start scrolling down. You can see that I got the Platinum Trophy, of course, and you can see straight away that there are story-related trophies. They make up the most of the trophy list, but there are some really devilish missable trophies in this game, and I will be talking about those now. For these particular two, the two hero trophies, one of them will be guaranteed missable. However, you can make a save just before you make this choice, and you can revert the save, and you can get two trophies in one, basically. So that one wasn't particularly difficult at all. Now, this one's a strange one, the Ginger Fighters one. It requires you to basically get hit 3 times without blocking. This game is really easy. So you will be naturally blocking a lot in the game. So if you don't know that you have to purposefully not block against this specific enemy type, then this is technically missable. The Ginger Hole monitors can only be fought in a particular area, in a particular mission. So yes, this is definitely missable. And if you don't have a save before this mission, then you will have to play the game again. And it's very similar to this one here, the Daywalker. Defeat the boss Hole monitor while wearing freckles. Freckles is a cosmetic collectible. I can't remember how you specifically get the freckles. I can't remember if you buy them or it's dropped by an enemy. But nevertheless, when you get those freckles, just make sure that you play the mission while you wear those freckles. This is just a miscellaneous one. This is really easy to do. Made this for you. This is totally doable. And I believe that you will naturally do this when you play, because you will want to be exploring. You will eventually interact with a toilet. So and that just means that, you know, obviously you get the item, and then you can use it in battle. That one was really easy to do. Inside joke next. If you use Mr. Slave during the same day as this mission, when you go inside Mr. Slave, this is missable because you can only use that particular summon once. I'm pretty sure you can only use summons once a day and not during boss fights. So again, this one is totally missable. But if you know beforehand, then it's relatively easy. But again, this is going to be the common theme with this game. A lot of missable trophies. And if you don't get them, you will probably have to replay the game or revert to a previous save. Now this one, Are We Cool? I'm pretty sure this is the only class-specific trophy in the game. So I would recommend just playing as a Jew from the very start. So yep, and this is a particular side quest that you can do where you find Jesus. So again, really easy. I had to actually do another playthrough because my first playthrough was as a fighter. It was either the fighter or the warrior type class, and that just meant I had to play the game again as the Jew class. So yeah, you completed the game without selling any items. This is so easily missable because it's just so tempting to sell all of your items to get more money, to get more items. I would recommend doing this in your first playthrough. I think technically you can do all of the trophies in one playthrough if you revert saves, but I will get back to that in a moment because I've had the unfortunate experience of having to play this game multiple times, not even twice, but multiple times because of some issues later on. You'll see. Now, with Face Hoff, there's going to be some other trophies that are related to the Princess Kenny fight. You can do all 3 of the Princess Kenny related trophies. Well, technically 4, but the 3 missable ones, you can do all of them in one go. So don't worry about that. You have to look like David Hasselhoff. You can do that at the Rhinoplasty. You have to equip your girl disguise, which is fine. That's just one of the things that you do in the game, and you will have that in your inventory. And the other thing is to have dire aids. Now, with dire aids, you can only get that from a particular enemy in, I'm pretty sure it's the snakes in Canada. So just make sure that you get dire aids before the final battle, the final mission specifically, and you will be able to do all 3 of those in one go. Now, this is where we get to some of the really annoying trophy types in this game. Truth to power. You have to fart on 4 specific people in the game. 3 of these are doable, and you can do those in the post game. That's if you don't kill, I think it's the bishop or the archbishop of Canada. If you decide to kill him, I'm pretty sure you can't do this. I'm not particularly sure on that though, but basically when you have the choice, just save him. That's a potential second missable one, but the main missable one is another character in Canada, and this is story related. Basically, when you save him, if you talk to him, I'm pretty sure he despawns. So what you need to do is when you save him in the cave, you have to fart on him first, just to make sure that you have the required amount of people. So yeah, that one is particularly missable. So just watch out, guys. This one is a funny missable one actually. If you do not accept your fate and choose the name douchebag, you will just miss this trophy. And this is one of the first ones. This is one of the first trophies that you could potentially get. So when you enter your name, and when Cartman says Sir Douchebag, just say yes, I'm Sir Douchebag, and it's a really easy trophy. But again, it is another weird missable one. You can see that I'm skipping some of the trophies just because those are just specific either battle or adventure mode trophies, and to be honest, they're quite self-explanatory. So that's why I'm not going over those particular ones. I did gloss over the 2 girls 1 stick trophy. That's just with the girl makeover. You farted on everybody in the game. That's plays self-explanatory. The Heisenberg Trophy, right? This is quite early on in the game. This is one of the first missions that you do, and this is when you're trying to recruit other people to basically your cause, right? And you fight the meth tweakers, and you have to wear 2 specific cosmetics in the game. I think one of them is a collectible, and I think one of them is bought in the store. I'm actually not too sure about that. They could be just found in the overworld. But that one is particularly missable, especially if you save just after this, because it's technically a boss fight. Yeah, just watch out for that. And we did go over the dire aids one with Princess Kenny. That's fine. This is another missable one, perverted. This only happens once in the game, and you just have to wait there 60 seconds. Yep, that was pretty grueling. But yep. Let's see. Again, some self-explanatory ones. Yep. Well, you defeated 3 enemies in one battle while your buddy was knocked out. This is pretty. It's not missable. You can do this in post game, But if you're going through the story and you're doing No Child Left Behind, then naturally you will not want your bod. No, I can't even say buddy today. What is going on? You don't want your buddy to be knocked out if you're going for the No Child Left Behind trophy. So that's a bit of a strange one. But again, you can do this and then revert to a previous save, so it's not a big issue. Now with the No Child Left Behind, that was relatively easy. Even if your buddy dies in battle, what you can do is you can revive them. And it just basically means that, as it says in the wording, never ended a battle. So they can technically die or faint or whatever in battle. Just make sure by the end of the battle, they're alive and they're revived. So yeah, just keep that in mind. Now, here we go. The Jinpokomon. Right, I have a few things to say about this one. Some of the Jinpokomon are missable. And why they're missable is because they only appear in particular missions. Specific areas in missions. That basically means if you finish the mission without getting the Jinpokomon, that area will now be locked out until you play through the game again. So, yep, just bear that in mind. Just make sure that you have a collectible guide in front of you while you play this game so that you don't miss any of the Jinpokomon. And in saying that, have another guide where it highlights the missable costumes, weapons, and friends, because again, those three types of collectible are also missable in these particular missions. So yep, it is not fun at all. I will be going over the Jinpokomon again in another trophy, and I can already see it here. You befriend your father when I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure it's when you get 50 friends. It's either 50 friends or completing the game. I'm not particularly sure, but this is relatively easy if you're going for the other trophies anyway. So, yep. Now, this is where I have the most problems with this game. So, you made friends with half of South Park. That's fine. That's totally doable. You can probably do this casually. More popular than John Lennon. Everyone in South Park is your friend. Okay, so again, as I said before, some of the friends are missable. So if you don't friend them during these particular missions, you have missed them and you will have to play the game again or revert to a previous save. That is a little bit annoying. The most annoying thing, one of the most annoying things about this trophy is that when you collect all of the Jinpokomon, you get a friend. And it's from the Jinpokomon cooperation, right? And that counts as one of the friends that you need for the trophy. In one of my particular playthroughs where I was going for this trophy, the more popular than John Lennon trophy, one of the Jinpokomon glitched, and it was specifically Eric Cartman's garage Jinpokomon. And I looked this up. I looked to see whether or not people had the same problem as me, and if there was a solution. The solution was to start the game again, and that's basically what I had to do. I had to revert to a particular playthrough save, and then do the friend trophy like that. That was really, really frustrating because I made that playthrough specifically for getting all of the friends. And why I did that was because I thought I missed the first friends that you could get in the game. The first friend, this is another stinker here. One of the friends that you can get is Clyde. Clyde, you can only get him at the very start of the game when you're in Eric's back garden, and it's literally it's like 5 minutes into the game. If you do not do that at the very start of the game, you can't friend him. even though he does unfriend you, it still counts towards the trophy. So if you went straight to Cartman and talked to him and did the tutorial, you can't get Clyde anymore because he buggers off. He just goes somewhere else, and then you just can't friend him. So literally, you could miss this trophy in the first 5 minutes of the game and not realize, and that is so frustrating. You would realize until it's too late, basically. Thankfully, when I reverted to another playthrough, I actually did that casually, so I was relieved, and I did all of the missable friends, and yeah, and I did all of the missable Pokemon. So that meant when I finished the Mr. Slave area near the end of the game, that's when I got the trophy pop. So yeah, that was definitely a lifesaver. But I would recommend just make sure that there's no glitch Chin Pokemon, especially in Eric Cartman's garage, the Penguin Chin Pokemon. I hate you, Penguin. And just make sure that you have all of the friends that are missable as well. And there's a particular side quest as well. There might be one or two actually that are missable, but there's a particular side quest with the sergeant. I think it's Sergeant Yates. I can't remember specifically, but it's the sergeant, it's the police officer. And you get his side story when the zombies appear in the game. And you just need to make sure that you do that side quest before you do the final mission in the game, and you get a friend for that. So yeah, and again, a lot of missable ones in other missions as well that are attached to side quests and in the main story as well. So yep, this is the headache trophy in my opinion. So yeah, you sold 300 junk items. Obviously there's another trophy where you have to sell items. Sorry, not sell items. So what I would recommend you do is you complete the game without selling any items, and then selling your junk when you've completed the final mission. So yeah, so just bear that in mind. This is just a story related one. This is just a miscellaneous one. Again, with this one, you've collected all of the available costumes. Some of the costumes are missable. So, yep, you just need to be on the ball and have that missable guide ready. So, yep. This is another missable one. This is specifically with the clinic, when you're in the clinic, and these particular enemies only appear in that area, and that area only lasts for maybe like 10 minutes or so. So it was a really quick area, so just make sure that you get that one. You befriended both crab people and gnomes. With the gnomes, you get them as a friend when you do their side quest. So and that's basically collecting pants, right? Yeah. So when you do that, you can then befriend the crab people, and that's just a discovery kind of thing. Nearer the end of the game, you need to have Nagasaki. So when you get Nagasaki, you can befriend crab people, and if you haven't already befriended the gnomes, you can then befriend the gnomes. So yeah, that was a fine one. These are really, really easy. I think this is so funny how over the course of the game you've blocked 100 attacks, that this has a higher completion rate. It's 73% compared to the 71% for the perfect attacks. Both mechanics are really easy, so I wonder why that is. But yeah, it's an easy one. It's an easy one. You've let Kenny die 10 times. I'm pretty sure you can do this post game as well. I don't know if it's specifically story related or you have to do this during the main game and not the post, but yeah, this one was easy to do. You've unlocked all of the upgrades for a new kid ability. That just means that you have to focus on one ability, and I think you will naturally do this throughout the game as well. So yep, another easy one. You've spent $500 Again, another easy one, especially if you've already done the not sell anything and the sell junk, you will naturally have a lot of money in your pocket. So yeah, and if you're just collecting money from loot as well, I think and this is totally doable, man. Totally doable. Last but not least, full arsenal. That's literally owning all weapons and all costumes in the game. Now, an important distinction here. You don't have to have everything in your inventory for this to pop. You just need to own everything at some point in the game, and it still counts, so don't worry about that. But again, weapons and costumes, some of them can only be obtained in these particular missions. And just don't forget that you can also buy and, you buy all of some of the costumes and weapons from particular shops. So just make sure that you're basically buying everything in the game and you'll be able to get this trophy. And that's all of the trophies. I just want to give my overall thoughts. So let me just scroll up here. My overall thoughts with this game, it's kind of hard for me just because I was treated with the Fractured Butthole trophy list before doing this one, and it was way more forgiving than this one. I had to start the game multiple times from scratch just because I missed particular trophies, and I had to refer to a lot of saves. And yeah, if you're prepared to do that, I would recommend the game. The game itself is still a blast. I would say it is really easy for an RPG, but again, it's a South Park game and it's genuinely really funny. Would I recommend this over the Fractured Butthole? I would recommend the Fractured Butthole over this game. Both games are still very, very good, but my favorite is the Fractured Butthole. This trophy list, it's again, it's got peaks and valleys, man. Some of them can be really satisfying to get, others a real slog, especially the friends, just because the Pokemon glitched, and that meant that I technically lost a friend there because the Gym Pokemon company didn't friend me. So yeah, so that was really annoying. But regardless, I would still recommend this platinum. You just have to be prepared. Make sure that you've got the guide up. Make sure that you've got the missable guides. That is probably the most important one. And yeah, just have a blast with it, man. Yeah. So thank you very much for watching this video and for sticking around to the end. You are one of the real ones, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.